Alright, so moving into my favorite part, the sin and salvation racket, exiting the transactional God economy. Imagine the most profound, unconditional love you can conceive of. A love that asks for nothing in return, that sees your flaws and embraces you completely. Now imagine that same love being offered to you through a vending machine. Insert the correct prayer coin, push the right ritual button, and out drops a pre-packaged portion of grace. This is not divine love. This is a transaction. This episode diagnoses the core cancerous behavior of institutionalized religion, the transactional God economy. This is a metabolic dysfunction where our relationship with the sacred is reduced to a celestial business deal, a cosmic ledger of sins and merits, managed by a human-run corporation that takes a hefty commission. The tumor positions itself as the exclusive broker for your soul, creating artificial scarcity in an ocean of divine abundance. What if the cure for this spiritual extortion is not a better deal, but a dry fast of sorts? What if we simply stop participating in an economy that treats grace as a commodity and our souls as customers? The metabolism of this cancer is a brilliantly designed protection racket. It first creates a problem that you cannot solve, then sells us the only available solution, all while ensuring the solution never actually resolves the problem, thus guaranteeing repeat business. So here's the players in this scam. The divine as brand, the untouchable, celestial CEO, used to legitimize the entire operation. And then we have the institution as a corporate headquarters, the bureaucracy that manages the franchise. And finally we have the clergy, or the sales force, the commissioned agents who close the deals. Let's track the life cycle of a single universal human experience, making a moral mistake through this parasitic metabolism, this cancerous entity. So let's manufacture a debt. This would be the cancer's mutation. You tell a lie that causes harm. The natural human response is guilt, a call to introspection, to make amends, and to have personal growth. But the institution intercepts this natural signal and pathologizes it. Your mistake is not a learning opportunity, it is a sin, an offense against the divine CEO that incurs an unpayable debt. The natural weight of a guilt conscience is mutated into the crushing burden of eternal damnation. What happens next? There is an exclusive payment plan for you, and this is the angiogenesis of the tumor, of the cancer. The tumor now creates its blood supply by offering the sole payment processor for this divine debt. The payment is not sincere apology, changed behavior, or direct heartfelt appeal. It is a proprietary currency, specific prayers recited a certain number of times, monetary tithes, pilgrimage to owned properties, or sacraments administered by its certified agents. The transaction is clear. Your inherent worth is insufficient. You must launder your repentance through our system. The cycle of perpetual indebtedness. This is the metastasis of the cancer. You perform the ritual. You feel a temporary relief, a state of grace, but the underlying system remains. You are taught you will sin again, that you are inherently flawed, and that you will need to return to the broker. Your spiritual well-being is now a subscription service. The cycle is complete. The institution has successfully inserted itself as the indispensable middleman in your most personal reckoning, and the tumor has been fed, ensuring that you remain a perpetual debtor in need of its services. This celestial protection racket would fail if we only trusted our own capacity for forgiveness and direct connection. Yet, we keep paying the VIG, held by powerful psychological hooks. We are addicted to the short-term relief of having our moral balance reset by an external authority. The hard ongoing work of true atonement, facing those that we've hurt, changing deep-seated behaviors, sitting with our own discomfort is exhausting. Therefore, the ritual of confession and absolution offers a quick, clean, and definitive solution. It's a spiritual detox that requires no real change on our part. A pardon that these people give us lets us off the hook, really, without the messy work of repairing the hook itself? Come on, people. This is the terror the tumor instills. The fear of facing the CEO without a broker. What if our direct apology isn't good enough? What if our personal sense of amends doesn't meet the divine accounting standards? The institution positions itself as the only firm with the right software to file your spiritual taxes correctly. The fear of an unmediated relationship with the infinite, of the getting the math wrong, drives us back into the arms of the spiritual accountant, checkbook in hand. We have been sold the lie that holiness is a credit score, built through ritual transactions and avoidable debits. We believe that lighting a candle, saying a rosary, or making a pilgrimage adds points to our celestial account. This turns the sacred into a game of spiritual capitalism, where the wealthy, in time and money, can ostensibly achieve a higher state of grace. We cannot imagine that true spiritual wealth might be found in the quiet, unmetered moments of compassion, wonder, and personal integrity that cost nothing and are available to everyone, everywhere, without a middleman. So, the treatment for this cancer is a deliberate withdrawal from the spiritual marketplace. We must starve the tumor of its self-appointed role as our cosmic accountant. This is our personal declaration of spiritual bankruptcy from the corrupt system. Institute a firm rule. My moral and spiritual accounting is a direct personal matter. I will no longer use a third-party service to manage my relationship with the sacred or my own conscience. This means that when you wrong someone, you apologize to them and you make amends to them. It means seeking forgiveness through changed action, not ritualized words. It means looking at a sunset or holding a newborn and feeling grace directly, without feeling the need to report the experience to a celestial branch manager for validation. And then the linguistic and mental detox, we have to change the transactional language that keeps us locked in this economy. Stop saying, I need to atone for my sins. Instead say, I need to repair the harm I have caused. Stop saying, I earned grace through good deeds, and say, I act with compassion because it is my nature, not to earn a reward. Stop calling it salvation and call it inner peace, personal integration. This reframes our journey from one of debt settlement to one of holistic healing. We are not sinners seeking a loan. We are humans seeking wholeness. The Gratitude and Restitution Network, the spiritual energy we withdraw from the transactional economy, must be invested in a new, non-parasitic form of community. We need to gather with others to share what you're thankful for, not as a prayer to a deity, but as a mutual celebration of life's gifts, fostering a direct sense of wonder and appreciation. We need to establish community restitution projects. Instead of donating to a distant religious bureaucracy, let's organize local efforts to directly repair harm in our communities, restoring a park, helping a family in need, cleaning up a neighborhood. This is salvation made tangible and communal. Practice peer-to-peer moral support. Let's create trusted relationships where we can talk through ethical dilemmas and personal failures without judgment or the promise of absolution, but with the shared goal of growth and understanding. As more of us withdraw from the sin and salvation marketplace, the religious tumor will begin to starve. Its power, derived from its role as the sole arbiter of divine favor, will evaporate. It will thrash and writhe. Like always, we will see increasingly extravagant promises of blessings for donations and louder condemnations of those who leave. Recognize this for what it is, a corporation having a fire sale as it heads towards bankruptcy. We are not abandoning God or the sacred. We are abandoning the corrupt corporation that claims to hold a monopoly on our soul. As we walk away, we leave behind a failing business model and step into the boundless free economy of direct spiritual experience. The transactional God economy is a spiritual cancer that has commodified our relationship with the infinite, our prescribed dry fast, the withdrawal of our faith, funds, and fear from this celestial protection racket is a metabolic reset. It attacks the disease at the level of spiritual commerce. There will be a healing crisis. The tumor will not release its customers without a fight. It will scream that we are damned, that we are arrogant, and that we are throwing away our eternal reward. But this crisis is a sign of the treatment doing its work. On the other side of this withdrawal is not spiritual poverty, but profound, unmediated richness. Imagine a world where our worth is not a line item in a cosmic ledger, but an inherent fact of our existence. A world where our moral life is guided by genuine empathy and consequence, not by the fear of divine punishment. A world where magnificent buildings become what they should always have been, places of quiet contemplation and community gathering. Their power structures dissolved. This is the natural harmony that awaits. The sin and salvation racket, the scam, starved of our participation, will naturally phase out, and our direct, personal, and non-transactional connection to the sacred will re-emerge, just as the body, once free of a parasitic infection, can remember its own natural state of health and equilibrium.